I always feel like it's really, really brave of a brand to come out with new makeup at this time of the year. I mean, it's basically at a point where we've overconsumed, we're a bit overwhelmed, and we're under budget. But I mean, this is the sort of palette that does make you kind of do a bit of a double take. This is brand new to Kaima Cosmetics and it is available now. Let's discuss. This is the Skulls and Roses Metallic Multichrome Eyeshadow Palette, and as I said, it's available now for €55.95. Now, let's be real, that is quite expensive. However, we're looking at multichrome formulas and we're looking at an indie brand. So actually, when you add it all up, it's not that bad. And also they have clear pay, so you could get it across a couple of installments. The brand is vegan, paraben and cruelty free as well. I just think this is such an interesting colour story. There's something about this that kind of reminds me of the So Sumi palette that they did in collaboration with Kaylee. It's sort of like the modern updated version of that. Within the palette, we're looking at 6 multichromes, 2 metallics, 1 holographic and 8 mattes. Now for me, I feel like that is an excellent division of formulas. I really like having at least half of the palette be mattes. And I gotta say, it's absolutely stunning. But let's be real, when you're looking at multichromes and metallics, it's very difficult to get a good idea of them from just a picture alone. You get a slightly better idea or a feel of the palette when you see it in video. I mean, look at the shine and the shimmer on each of these. You cannot tell me that that is not gorgeous. Look at those swatches. I can't even lie, this gave me such a double take. Oh, I just think it's so pretty. They've marketed this extremely well. Of course, if you're familiar with indie brands, you probably are somewhat familiar with Kaima Cosmetics already, and they have quite the reputation for those multichromes. So obviously when you're seeing those swatches, you're kind of going, yeah, this is looking nice. Honestly, I think this is such a beautiful colour story, and this palette has been on my mind all day. Like, I'm genuinely looking at this kind of going, oh my god, it's so pretty. Like that pop of red, it's so hard to find a red like that. I think they're very brave putting in a yellow. I mean, trying to formulate a good matte yellow is difficult. However, they didn't really swatch that, so I'm like, don't get me wrong, I think they're smart swatching their multichromes. That's the stuff that usually gets people interested, but I'm interested to see what the story is there. Now, do I think that this is necessarily the most appropriate colour story for this time of year? I mean, it depends on who you ask. I personally am like, I'll wear whatever I want at whatever time of the year, but we are leaving winter. I know it's hard to believe when January is the longest month of the year, but we are leaving it. So we're heading into spring. So like, I know that this probably isn't going to be to the taste of some people. However, I just think this is really pretty, really like grungy, fun. There is a gothic element to this. And can I also just say that packaging, like 10 out of 10, done really, really well. I'm impressed. And yes, it is expensive. It absolutely is, like €55.95. However, I mean, does look really pretty. Let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in this or not?